Hello! I don't know if you saw my last video that I posted on YouTube, but that was like almost, yeah, that was 3 years ago. I checked it and there was still a lot of people who were like commenting on it and asking questions and stuff like that. So here I am, 3 years later, making another video about my jaw surgery experience. And this time, I brought pictures. So brace yourselves because it's not pretty. I actually had a lot of issues. I had a crossbite and an underbite. So that means that my lower jaw protruded more than my upper jaw, and it's supposed to be vice versa. Your upper jaw is supposed to protrude more than your lower jaw. My jaw went too far to the left. It made it so that my teeth, because your teeth are supposed to line up like right here, and mine were like completely off. My orthodontist knew I was gonna have to have the surgery ever since I had braces, which, by the way, I had braces for 5 years. Five. And my teeth weren't really even that messed up. It was just my jaw, because in order to get the surgery, you need to have braces. Well, you don't need to, but it just makes it easier because they have to wire your mouth shut. Anyways, I really probably would have only had to have braces for like 2 years if I didn't need jaw surgery, but since I did, I had to keep them on for 5 years because since I got my braces in 7th grade, I obviously wasn't done growing. You have to be done growing in order for the surgery to be the most effective, because if you get it before you're done growing, then your jaw might just keep growing in crooked or the wrong way, and then you'll spend like $20,000 for nothing. I was 16 when I got my surgery. I actually got it on my 16th birthday, so that's fun. That's fun. Happy birthday to me. My birthday is in June. I recommend getting the surgery in the summer because it is a long recovery time. Unless you don't really care about that, then get it whenever you want, but you're gonna need, I would say, a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks off of work or school or whatever you do. And then your face isn't even gonna go back to normal for about 2 to 3 months. To the actual surgery part, it was about a 2-hour surgery once they put you under. That's good because the less time they're in there, the less swollen you become and the faster you recover, all that stuff. So what you do is you go in the morning of, you can't eat anything or anything because they have to anesthesia, what's that called? Anesthetics. I don't know. Anyways, have to put you under, let's just say that, and you can't have food in your system or anything like that. So I went in at about 4 o'clock in the morning, which is retarded. Then they gave me a little numbing shot for my arm, and then they stuck an IV in so that they can put me under or whatever. After that, I really don't remember anything. Woke up, I don't even remember, really. I just remember horrible things from that first night. At least in my instance, I only stayed for 1 night at the hospital. It might be more depending on how your surgery went, yada yada, whatever. Hooked up to an IV with fluids constantly going into you. That's gonna make you have to go to the bathroom more often because they're pumping more fluids into you than you'd probably normally drink in the middle of the night. So you're constantly having to get up and go to the bathroom, but you're on so many pain meds and you just had a very abrasive surgery. You shouldn't be trusted to walk alone. My dad or a nurse would have to walk me to the bathroom. Literally, I felt like it was like every 5 minutes. And every time that I got up, I would either get a nosebleed, or I would just start drooling blood really bad. This is so gross. Your mouth is actually wired shut, if you have braces at least. For the first night, it's wired shut, so you can't talk and you can't move your mouth and you can't eat or drink anything. That was kind of ew, and it's so gross because since they do the surgery from inside your mouth, obviously you have a bunch of stitches and bleeding in there that night. And so, you know that thing that when you go to the dentist, when they rinse your mouth, they put that in your mouth and tell you to like suck all the water out? You know what I'm talking about. I had one of those because I was bleeding so much in my mouth that I would constantly have to put that in my mouth to get all the blood out, because if you swallow too much blood, obviously that's not good for you. Ew, this is so gross. So gross. I had to use that little thing, and there's a little bag by the side of your hospital bed, and it's basically just your saliva, blood. I don't mean to like scare anyone who's trying to get the surgery. Like, you're so high on pain medication. After that first night, they release you the next morning to go home. Well, at least they did for me. You're gonna wanna stock up on a lot of foods. I basically lived off of mashed potatoes and oatmeal because I don't really like Jell-O or pudding or ice cream or anything like that. And actually, I didn't end up eating a lot because the pain medication that they give you makes you kind of nauseous. At least in my case, it did. So I didn't end up taking a lot of pain medication either because I did not like being nauseous. So I kind of just suffered through it. I only took the pain medication at night when I wanted to go to bed. What you want to do is whenever you're sitting or laying down, you want to make sure you're at an incline because that helps reduce the swelling, because if you're laying flat, then all the blood is going to rush to your head and increase the swelling. And if you're inclined and your head is elevated compared to your body, then obviously the swelling is going to go way faster. So what I did was I put a bunch of pillows under my mattress, so it kind of made it pop up like that. So when I went to bed, I was sleeping at an incline. But I couldn't really fall asleep without the pain medication because it was kind of uncomfortable, and also because you just had jaw surgery and your face hurts a lot. Oh yeah, and then at least what I got, they give you this ice pack head wrap type thing. Basically what it does is it's got 2 ice packs on the side that will like cup your jaws like this, and then it velcros at the top of your head. It's so retarded looking. I wear that all the time. Not necessarily to reduce the swelling, because the only time that you're really going to be able to reduce the swelling is in like the first 2 days after your surgery. After that, you're kind of swollen and you just have to deal with it. I wore it for like the duration of my recovery time, at least the first 2 weeks, because since I wasn't taking the pain medication, it was nice because it kind of numbed my face and it felt better than if I wasn't wearing it. I got kind of attached to it. You're going to be the most swollen for about the first 2 weeks. You're going to be really swollen. You're going to have a lot of bruising around your neck and your jaw. That's going to last for about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how well you heal. If you're younger, you're going to heal faster than if you're older. That's just younger people bounce back. For me, I was 16 when I got it. I recovered in about 2 weeks, which is normal. You're literally so swollen. Like, I don't think people understand how swollen you're gonna get from the surgery. If you've ever having your wisdom teeth pulled, you know you get kind of chipmunky. Jaw surgery is that on steroids. You know, that Fat Booth app you can get on like the iPhone or whatever? That's literally what you're gonna look like. Have fun with that. That's what I mean when I say you're gonna want to take 2 to 3 weeks off school, because you'll look ridiculous. You want to be really careful about who you spend your time recovering with, because you get stitches like in here and like on the sides of your mouth, and so you can't smile or laugh. I remember my whole family was visiting when I got it done and taking care of me and stuff like that. They're so funny. I was on pain medication, so sometimes anyway, so everything was funnier, and I remember I would start laughing and then I would start crying because I hurt so bad. I stayed swollen on my upper lip for the longest time. Like, there was no space between the tip of my nose and my upper lip. It was just like this weird slope. It was so stupid. The majority of swelling will go down within 2 weeks, but you will be swollen for up to 2 to 3 months. Your face will not go all the way back down to normal until that time. It varies for every person, obviously, but for me it was about 2 months, maybe 3 months. Another thing that might freak you out, I had numb patches all over my face for about 3 months. I was especially numb like right here, I remember, which is completely normal. It can last up to 6 months even having numb patches, but after 6 months, if you're still numb, that's bad, and you should go back to your surgeon and tell them about that, because that's not normal. Another thing that might be a big deal for people is, it was a big deal for me because I played sports in high school. I did volleyball, and I ended up having to miss the volleyball season because the recovery time for any like vigorous physical activity is 6 months. I don't mean like things like working out. Like you can work out like at a gym or go running or however you work out, but sports like contact sports, things you get hit in the face with a ball, a human, you know, that you have to wait a minimum of 6 months in order for the screws and the plates to all set so they don't shift and nothing goes wrong basically. So I don't regret it at all. Even though it was a really long recovery time, I think it's so worth it because I was so insecure about my smile and everything before I got it done. Oh, and another thing, it wasn't just a cosmetic thing. Like it wasn't just, oh, I don't like this about myself, so I'm going to change it. I actually could not bite things. I would try to bite a sandwich and it wouldn't work because my teeth weren't lined up, so I couldn't like chew things like salads, like really fine things that you need your teeth to line up and grind in the back. And my jaw would lock. It would just like lock. It was so weird. So weird. It was more of a orthodontal concern more than anything, and that's why our insurance paid for most of it. But if it was just merely a cosmetic thing, I wouldn't have got it done because it's a really expensive surgery. Well, I guess compared to most surgeries, it's not that expensive. I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. This is me, obviously, 3 years later, so I think it's safe to say that I'm fully recovered. I'm totally used to it now. It's funny looking at pictures of me. I was going through pictures finding them for this video, and it's funny because doesn't even look like me anymore. I feel like I look so different without it. My crooked jaw. Yeah, it's nice, and I really recommend the surgery to anyone who has the similar case that I had. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any more questions about anything like my braces, my jaw surgery, the recovery time. Just let me know if you want me to make another video, and I'll totally do that for you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye. I hope this helped you guys. By the way, check out my shirt. It is so cool. It's adventure time! Hi again. Okay, I decided that I'm gonna do the pictures at the end of the video, so it's time for an ugly photo montage. Enjoy it. Here I am in 6th grade, ugly, with a crooked jaw and a weird middle part. Oh, and there's 7th grade with a side part and a bad angle, also crooked jaw. Oh, there's another one. I think this is 8th grade. Equally crooked jaw, just, oh, and there I am, right before surgery with braids. It's great, great braids, Frizzy. Oh, there I am with that little thing I was telling you guys about that sucks the blood out. Really gross. Oh, there's the blood. That's not even all the blood that I ended up having in my bag. Nasty. There I am, all wired shut. Please don't look at my mustache or my boogers. This is just bad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was right after. Oh, and there I am with my braids. Like an Afro princess. I love it. Ooh, and there I am. See what I was talking about with the weird slopiness and the bruises? Oh, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Bye!